Victor Lowe here. Today I'm going to answer some issues about childhood and opportunities for children and how to raise children. So in the Chinese American culture, we provide every opportunity for our children, be it piano lesson, basketball, hockey, soccer, schooling, tutoring, piano, trumpet, trombone, violin. We all give them the opportunity, especially in Earth, because we have these resources to allow us to give our children opportunities. So what I don't understand is why parents don't give their children the opportunity. You know, let it be piano lessons or hockey. Like if you're trying to get that the children will get hurt, well, piano you can't get hurt, and hockey maybe it's a contact sport, but you can walk down the street and trip and fall and hit your head and die, or you can drive a car and get into an accident, or you can walk up the stairs, slip and hurt your knee, you know, or the C train can crash. You know, if you're afraid of your children to get hurt, and you put this in this bubble, it's not going to help them at all in their development. And talking about children development, you should give your children every opportunity to what they want to do, especially when we have the resource to do so. So what is wrong with giving your kid piano lesson? There's nothing wrong. It's not going to be detrimental to him. He's not going to end up being a criminal because he took piano lessons. And what about people not wanting their kids to go into the military if they're royalty? Well, let me tell you something about royalty. They can do 10 things 10 times better than a normal average person. So basically, he could kick everybody's ass that goes against him. And plus, the security that's protecting the royalty, less pressure is off because they know they can defend themselves. And if you don't let your kids join the military, how do you expect your people to go into the military? Right? Each parent, their child is precious to them, same as royalty that the child is precious too. You expect them to make the sacrifices without allowing your kids the opportunity to defend their country, or even policemen. What's wrong with that? In Chinese American culture, the time to get in trouble is when they want to quit. They want to quit piano and they get in shit. They want to quit trombone lessons and then they get in shit. You know? It's the reverse. I don't understand. What is wrong with piano? Piano's not going to make someone end up as a criminal. You know, maybe if we don't give him piano lessons, he's going to end up a criminal. Plus, if the child doesn't have the opportunity to do things, how is he going to know? How is he going to find himself? You know, I see some kids. You know, they're so soft and mushy. You know, they're like cream puffs. You know, once you put on that military suit and that military and the police uniform, it's automatic respect. You know. So that's all I got. That's most of the things I wanted to say. You should give your children every opportunity. You know, hockey, sure they might get hurt, but you can get hurt, you know, ice skating, you know, like without equipment, or, you know, skiing or snowboarding, you can get hurt. You know, this laptop could hurt me, you know, because maybe I chipped my finger on the keyboard, right? You know, Chinese American society, we don't want, let's say, for lack of a better word, pussies, you know? Especially men. Men should be men, women should be women. You know? I don't understand. What's wrong with piano lesson? What's wrong with hockey? What about the movies? Violence, sure, yeah. But in this world that we live in now, war is a constant factor. Right? Have you ever watched those Chinese movies where those martial arts hero, it's like that's like a royalty, and then they slice through the emperor's army like butter, and they just, you know, kill them, kill, That's what a royalty in the military is. They're like the superhero, you know? And plus, if they're in the military and you let them go into the police, try out for the police or try to get into military school, it teaches them leadership. You know why it teaches them leadership? Because the people in the military are the best of the best. So to lead the best, you need to be the best. And where are you going to be the best? In the military or police force. How do you expect your subjects to risk their lives where you're not ready, you're not willing to risk your own life? Huh? Tell me. I don't understand. You know, this kind of pisses me off about raising kids. You should give them every opportunity that they want. It's not going to be detrimental to their education. Education is not the whole thing. That is one part of life that lasts maybe into your 20s or late 30s. I mean early 30s. Right, if they go into the PhD. Then after that, they go to work, experience life. You should give children every opportunity. Say basketball, hockey, piano, whatever they want to do. Kickboxing. And let me tell you another thing too. If your children takes karate, don't let them go to tournaments to fight. Fighting is a completely different thing than, you know, practicing your kata and punches. It teaches you hand-eye coordination, leg-eye coordination, how to think fast, how to react. You know, same with hockey. How to think fast, how to react. Piano too, how to read music, how to enjoy music. Even though they don't become a superstar pianist, you can still enjoy, they have a better understanding and enjoy the piano more, or music. Right? What is wrong with giving children opportunity? Are you afraid you're going to raise cream puffs? You know? Everywhere there's going to be cream puffs. You know? And I can't eat a lot of cream puffs. You know, I can't stand it. You know, men should be men. Should be a best of the best. Women should be women. The best of the best. That's how it goes. You know? If you don't agree with me, then go fuck yourself. Okay? You should give children every opportunity because we have the resource to do so. Okay. That's my rant. So, happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Bye-bye.